Hey everyone! So this is my third-ish year on this channel and I thought it was about time I talked about my favourite character. I've done a video like this before about like 2-ish years ago. I'm pretty sure it's my channel trailer that needs to be 100% updated, it's so cringy. But my overall opinions over the years have changed, and while my favourite character hasn't, my reasons for loving him have matured over the years. Maybe. To be honest, it's probably the same reason as the last video, but I wanted to do an updated version, so sue me. Don't do that, you wouldn't get anything, I have no money. I also was thinking of doing a video on all my favourite characters across media, my favourite film, TV, comic, etc. characters, book characters. If you want that, let me know down below. That would be a very long video. Jason Peter Todd is an angel amongst men. Jesus, why am I like this? He's by far my favourite comic book character, and my love for him has only increased over the years. If I had to rate him out of 100, he'd get a 93 because everyone has flaws. Not only is he a badass bitch, but he helps Gotham's people because he knows what it's like to be them. Living anywhere in Gotham is difficult, what with crazy clowns around every corner, but living near Crime Alley is horrifying. And Jason has first-hand experience dealing with it, both as a vigilante and as himself. While his brand of justice isn't a part of the normal Bat-family code, it's a justice that Jason, who has seen the worst of Gotham, thinks is right. He handles the criminals in his own way. This personal connection to Gotham links Jason to the suffering citizens. In comparison, Bruce relates to Gotham because of his family and the history of the city, while Jason was born on the streets and had to grow up quickly to survive. Just because he was taken in by a millionaire at a young age doesn't mean he's had an easy life. Far from it, in fact. I'm sure you all know his retconned story by now. Jason taking the hubcaps off the Batmobile to sell, I guess. They'd probably have gone for a lot. Batman catches him red-handed and the rest is history. Creating a legend in the process. Jason of course had a iconic DC moment early-ish on at the end of his Robin career. His death, of course. I won't mention the vote because I've talked about that way too much before, but Jason's death is an iconic moment. Especially the panel with his broken dead body in Bruce's arms, with the rubble and debris behind them. That image is seared into my brain. Although his run as Robin was good but short, it was his resurrection that cemented him as my favourite character. Jason was actually out of commission from 1983 till 2005, which is a really long time for a comic book character to remain dead. So it's kind of surprising how well people took to his resurrection. He kind of reminds me of Bucky Barnes a bit, a sidekick returning from the dead, better than before with more compelling stories and arcs. And also they both get a weird amount of empathy from me whenever I read something with them in it, even if it's not a sad story. It could literally be a story about Bucky, like, saving some people and that's the end of the story and I'd still go, aww. Even if there was nothing in that story to make me go, ah. Same for Jason. Anyway, Jason came back in all his glory. Now back from the dead, he had one thing on his mind. Revenge. Revenge against the Joker, against Bruce, against the world. Just a lot of revenge. So much angst. I love it. This desire fuels his first full arc as the new anti-hero in Under the Red Hood. The start of a beautiful career. So many chef's kisses right there. From this strong start, we head over to the outlaw years. The first group of outlaws with Roy and Corey, a group of misfits band together, finding friendships with one another and a family. Roy and Jason's relationship is so wholesome. Jason doesn't have that many people to go to and Roy is always there for him. Spoiler for the new Outlaw series and Heroes in Crisis as well, I think. But when Jason finds out about Roy's death, my heart, my poor heart, it can't take much more. Jason handles it in a very Jason typical style of kind of pushing it under a rug, but Roy's death is going to affect him for the rest of his life. You know, until Roy is ultimately resurrected in some weird fashion because this is a comic book. But for the foreseeable future it will affect him. Roy was his friend, someone that didn't actually judge him a lot of the Bat family do judge Jason quite harshly, and Roy was one of the only ones that didn't. It's a shame we won't see the pair together for a while, because their banter was one of my favourite parts of the old Outlaw comics. And the new ones, to be honest. They balance each other out really well, and they should really bring that friendship to Titans. Jason's gonna need him if he becomes Red Hood, and I would love to see the banter on screen. Then we have the new Outlaws, Artemis and Bizarro, an even stranger team than the original one. Again, more allies for Jason. And even a new love interest, kinda, well, we'll see with that one. But a new family for Jason, one that he fits into and loves. The Red Hood Outlaw comics gives us a new look at Jason, more sides to him to explore. Quick note, speaking of the Outlaw comics, they're amazing. Jason as a club owner, Jason as a teacher. Yes, please. I am thoroughly enjoying this series and I can't wait for the rest to come out. Overall, I just love how complex Jason is. Sure, his original motivation when he came back of revenge could seem juvenile, but when you dig deeper and figure out his motivation, you kind of go, yeah, I get it. Like, coming back, Joker's still alive. Why wasn't he avenged? He's been replaced by Tim. Obviously he hadn't, but in his eyes, he's been replaced by Tim. So you can see where this anger comes from. And like, he's my favourite character because he's just so, like I said, complex. You could read 2 different Outlaw books and they'd be different, but they'd have the same core elements. Jason, angst, Bat family, just misunderstanding. They always judge Jason and jump to conclusions, and it's just, sometimes when you read them and you see Bruce be like his little sassy judgy self, you just go, you need to check yourself. If anyone gets that reality show reference, you get a gold star. I don't know, this is probably worse than the one I did 2-ish years ago, but I thought I'd do an updated version. I hope you liked it. It's just basically me rambling about Jason, and I needed an excuse, to be honest. Anyway, that's it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below what you think, and also what you thought might be the better grammar there, but whatever. And also any video suggestions. I really want to do some big projects this year. I want to do some history behind companies like DC and Marvel. I want to do a romance thing on Hulkling and Wiccan. That's taken me a while, but that will come, I promise, and stuff like that. So if you have any ideas, leave them down below. Subscribe to my channel because I do videos every single week, and click that bell if you want to be notified when I upload. I keep wanting to say if you want to be uploaded, but that's not a thing. I mean, you can try it, but I guarantee it won't work. Anyway, I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.